Hi there. Welcome to Craft with Kathie. I try as I might, it has just been that kind of a day. I can't even say an evening. It's been that kind of a day. Total craziness and whatever. My project that I was intending on doing tonight, I was going to be using the gilding wax on the beaded stars. And I don't know where I put the beaded stars, which I've lost my mind, but it's been that kind of day. So I'm going to hop right into this project using the Americana Icons, and I'm going to be doing it on this drop-in box frame. It's the Chalksuede frame, or the Chalksuede surface. The frame itself is wood. It's nice, a heavy-duty wood. And I've got my little insert here, because what's nice about this frame is that you can change the inserts. Sorry, I've got hot glue on my surface from yesterday yet, but I got it all off. Which my board scraper, wherever I have it around here, works really great for getting off the hot glue. Anyway, this is the transfer that I'm going to be using this evening. Oh my goodness. Comedy of errors. I had a client that called a few minutes before 9 whose system was down, and we rebooted it and we're waiting for it to come back up, and I was trying to get it functioning and ran into some bizarre problems, so I had to create a trouble call with the vendor and whatever else. So that's why I'm a little delayed and a little rattled here. It's just been that kind of crazy day. But anyway, so this is the transfer that I'm going to be using. It's called Americana Icons. And it has this nice distressed flag. And then it has 6 different images, which actually I'm going to be using them for a patriotic tiered tray. Isn't that a cool idea? Because they're just absolutely perfect. We've got the Statue of Liberty like on a little stamp, a flag with Home of the Brave, an eagle with a star, which I think this eagle would look great in gold, a bunch of little stars, Uncle Sam, and then a map of the U.S., the continental U.S. with Land of the Free. So I just think those would be great on little objects in a tiered tray. I've got time before the 4th of July, right? Have to see what else I want to throw in my tiered tray. So anyway, I'm going to be doing the flag on one of the inserts for this frame, this insert, which I should probably get out of the way. And I'm going to be using the cherry red for the red stripes, obviously. And for the blue, this really is too bright of a blue, so I'm going to mix up a little of my cadet with some black to darken it up, some more black velvet paste. I really don't need much. I actually probably took too big of a dab right there as it was. But I just want to add a little bit of the black. That might be a little bit too much. And see what we come up with. I just want to take some of the brightness out of there. I might have to add a little bit of water here. My black seems a little thick. So let me get this mixed. Yeah, I can't see where the black is. That's kind of funny. I really don't see where the black is. I need a little spritz of distilled water, and I'm probably going to need a little bit more of the blue, and maybe a little bit more of the black. What could I say? And this was the blue. Looked like I had enough, but I think it just, whatever, it's warm in here. And let me get something to grab the black. I don't normally do this, but I don't have a clean stir stick, so I'm going to use one of the little paper straws from yesterday to just scoop out a little of that black here and cover this up. I'm notorious for having my caps, my lids off my jars, and obviously our chalk paste is made from chalk, so if you don't cap them up, it's going to dry out. It's going to thicken up. If that happens, what you want to do is add a little distilled water to it. Use distilled water because you don't want any impact of the minerals in your water with the pigments of the paste. Okay, I think this is mixed up enough, and I think it's dark enough. We'll see. And of course I stuck my finger right in it, right? It's normal. That's me. Our chalk paste and our ink is water soluble, so it's easy for cleanup. Just grabbing a baby wipe here to clean up my fingers a little bit. Well, not a little bit, I suppose. I should take all the paste off, shouldn't I? Oh, man, sometimes things get a lick and a promise, and I really hate doing things that way. And it's been that kind of a day. Oh, Kathie needs a vacation. In reality, I truly, truly do. And I don't usually talk about myself in the third person. Oh, my goodness. It's funny, people get upset with me if I don't answer their calls when they call immediately, and I'm talking personal life, not business life. And I had someone who left me a message earlier today saying, Kath, I know you can't be that busy. Call me back. You know who this is. Yeah, I know who it is, and he doesn't realize I really am that busy. You know, whatever. I never know, you know, when you're supporting software support for clients, you don't know what you're going to face every day. Some days, you know, it's feast or famine, whatever. So you just have to roll with it and do what you need to do to keep your clients happy, right? So that was my day today. And I really would feel so much better if the problem was resolved. I hate things hanging open like that. But I've done everything that I can do on my end. I don't really know what's going on. So, had to go up the line. So, I'm going to fuzz this transfer, meaning that I'm going to diminish the stickiness of it a little bit so it doesn't stick quite as strongly. I'm doing this on Chalksuede paper that's on top of like a cardboard base. So, because it is on paper and this is adhesive, our transfers are made of vinyl, which is the teal, silk screen, you're seeing through the silk screen to the fuzzing cloth beneath it, and they're adhesive backed. And the silk screen gives us this beautiful clarity that you really can't get with a machine. And who would want to weed something like this? Oh my goodness. But anyway, so we can use our transfers on many different surfaces. Obviously, paper, our Chalksuede paper, wood, chalkboard, dry erase board, glass, metal, mirror, fabric, canvas, lots of different things. Fabric, as long as the nap is not really deep. I've done it on some imitation velvet pillowcases and haven't had a problem. But if you get about a nap where it's a little bit higher than that, I would say I'd be concerned about it. So I want to fuzz this a lot because I am putting it on a paper surface. I don't want it to stick. I want to work fairly quickly with this. I'll probably do a little paste and peel method here. And I'm just going to eyeball this as far as lining it up. Make sure it's straight. And then just gently press it down. And I'm going to jump right in here with my blue. Grab some of that paste that I've got in here before it dries out on me. Ooh, I'm dripping a little bit. And I want to do my stars. The blue is the background, and the stars, there's the vinyls where the stars are, so the stars are going to remain white because they're not getting any chalk paste on them, if that makes sense. You'll see in a second. I'm going to do the paste and peel method with this, and actually I just got some paste on my surface, which is not good. I went off the silk screen onto the surface. I needed to be a little bit more careful with that, and I wasn't. I smooth that out. Okay, I'm going to do paste and peel, which means I'm going to lift this up for a moment so that my paste does not dry in the silk screen. And this is distressed, so where I don't have, like here, that is actually distressed. That's in the transfer. It's supposed to look like that. And I am going to grab a paper towel and try and wipe that area where I went off the silk screen off before it dries. My little oopsie here. So I'm going to just wet this paper towel and wipe it off. Our chalk suede is pretty forgiving as long as you catch it right away. I might not be able to get that off. I left it on kind of long. But I'm going to try. I don't know if I used a board eraser, if I could pull it off with the board eraser. And it might be actually hidden by the frame of the board. Okay, so I made a mistake. These inserts are really, really reasonably priced. They're 3 for $5. So if you do make a mistake, you know, plus there's the opposite side. You have 2 sides. So I'm going to just let this drop back down. I'm not going to press it down, but I'm going to press down my stripes. I want to make sure that those are nice and adhered well. But this, I just let it flop back down. My main thing was lifting it up so that the paste did not dry in the silk screen. So now I'm going to use my cherry red on here. And chalk my stripes. I'm going to try and be fairly quick with this because, again, I'm on paper, remember. I want to get right up to the edge there. I don't want to go off the edge. Boy, I came very close there, didn't I? I probably should have used some of our placement tape to make sure that I didn't go off the edge anywhere where I was close. Turn this around to get the top of this stripe. I want to smooth out any lines that I have, removing the excess. And just get the top over here. Oops. Need a place to put my finger to hold this down because it's the kind of light surface that's scooting around on me. Okay, remove any of the excess paste here. Smooth out any lines. Put my excess paste back into the jar. No sense wasting it there. And then it's time for peel and reveal. I'm going to lift it up. I really need something to hold it down. Okay, clean finger, I guess, is going to have to work here, right? And then lift this up. It's a little tough. It's sticking a little bit to the surface, which is why I wanted to be quick with it and why I fuzzed it so much. There we go. All right. Well, how easy was that? That was pretty quick, wasn't it? Let me get the red paste that I now have off my fingers, right? And clean up my surface a little bit because I did get some of that cherry red on the surface. And I've got some paste under my nails. I just want to make sure I don't smudge anything with it. Okay. Now this will take about 5 minutes or so to dry, to totally dry. But that was pretty easy, wasn't it? Pretty simple. And I thought, you know, how often, I mean, I suppose you could put a small flag out inside the house, but I was looking at this and I said, why not put it in a nice little frame? and have it sitting on the entry table. I thought it would look kind of nice there. So that's what I'm planning on doing with it. Let's get everything into my little color tray here so I don't dirty up something that I'm not. Oh, I created a pretty big mess there, didn't I? For such a quick little project. Right now we have a tremendous sale on a lot of surfaces. This drop-in box frame happens to be one of them. So it's reduced right now. And we have a lot of different transfers that are also under our special section. So if you're new to chalking, this would be a great time to just invest in a nice, like I said, this is a nice heavy-duty solid surface. And it's on sale, so that's a great deal. And then pick up, if you don't want to pick up their Americana Icons, we have some lower price transfers that are in our special section, like this Food, Family, and Friends is greatly reduced, and there's 2 on the one transfer, and the other side says Kiss the Cook. So I'm going to put this on a side, and I'm going to gently insert this in because I know it's still wet, so I'm going to be careful that I don't smudge it, and just kind of like slide that in on the bottom. What do you think? Now, what I'm going to do with this is I'll probably get a white chalk marker. I have one in the drawer, and just go over the blue with the white and hide it. It'll be fine. No one will notice. That, or I could string a bow or something there or whatever. Or I could just decide to flip it over and do the image on the other side because the other side's blank. I could put something else there. I'll have to kind of see what I'm doing. But what do you think? Wasn't that quick and easy? And doesn't it look nice and bright and cheery? I love this white framed drop-in box frame. And you could actually paint this if you want to. I've painted one blue and I think gold in the past. I think I did one gold and no, I'm thinking of the pedestal frame where I painted the pedestal and the frame gold. I think I've just done this in blue. But it lends itself to basically any color, and you could actually paint it with our chalk paste. Just if you wanted to remain on there, and you don't want somebody grabbing it with wet hands, which would reactivate the chalk, just spray a sealer on it and that'll take care of it. But isn't this cool how I could have different images? Well, this isn't going to work because this is vertical. You pay attention to that. This is horizontal, so I'm going to have to put something horizontal on the other side. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Tomorrow I'm going to hunt down those beaded stars. They are absolutely beautiful, and they're much bigger than you think. I think they're 7 inches, and the other one is 11.5, so they're substantial. And they're beautiful, and I'm going to use the gilding wax on them, which will be a kind of a fun project. They're beautiful. I've already chalked the inside of them, but I think once I'll have to see if I want to keep the insides on or in or take them out and just have them the gold or whatever. Thank you for joining me. Stop on over at the website and check things out. If you have any questions or you need any information regarding anything, feel free to send me a message or comment. I'd be glad to help you out. Oh, and if you would like to be privy to additional creativity, other projects, inside information, comment VIP, and I will send you a link to my free VIP crafting group. Oh, and remember, Perks members get a discount. You want more information about the Perks program? Comment Perks. See you soon.